From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. Hamas and Israel appear close to agreeing on the terms of a Gaza ceasefire that would bring in its first phase, but one major issue still divides the sides, and it's unclear if that can be bridged.
Egyptian mediators say Hamas will accept the latest draft of a Gaza ceasefire, but both Israel and Hamas indicating it is not a done deal. The sides making it clear from their messaging Saturday, the outstanding issue is whether the U.S.-backed deal will include a declared end to the war in Gaza. For Hamas, its aims to survive hinge on the war's end, but Israel wants the option to continue fighting Hamas's last battalions. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
Regina is gearing up to host the second annual Food, Fuel, and Fertilizer Global Summit. The two-day event, hosted by the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce and starting tomorrow, will feature panel discussions on topics such as global food security, market trends, meeting the demands of a growing population, and Saskatchewan's energy transition. Speakers include Premier Scott Moe, former Saskatchewan Premier Brad Wall, and former Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Federal Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, François-Philippe Champagne, is scheduled to speak to attendees on Tuesday. The high-profile arrest of 3 Indian nationals in the 2023 killing of a BC Sikh activist prompted Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to acknowledge the charges while speaking at an event last night in Toronto. At the annual gala for the Sikh Foundation of Canada, Trudeau noted in a speech that Canadians have a fundamental right to live safely, free from discrimination and threats of violence. Hardeep Singh Nijjar was fatally shot last June in Surrey, BC, in what is believed to have been a politically motivated attack. London Drugs says it's gradually reopening its stores following a cybersecurity incident that shuttered its more than 80 locations across Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and British Columbia.
All stores have been shut since the cybersecurity incident was detected last weekend. The pharmacy chain says it's taking the time with each store to ensure systems are working and ready to serve customers. Because of that, it says it will not be communicating which stores are opening and when. Pharmacists are on site at all store locations to assist with emergency prescriptions and other urgent care. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
And finally, Russia has launched a barrage of drones on eastern Ukraine. The country's Air Force says 23 of the 24 drones have been shot down. The latest salvo coming as many people in both countries celebrate Orthodox Easter. President Volodymyr Zelensky urging Ukrainians in his holiday address to be united in one common prayer and called God an ally in a war against Russia. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, it's heartbreak again in Toronto as the Leafs come up short in overtime, losing 2-1 to the Boston Bruins and being eliminated from postseason play in 7 games. David Pastrnak scoring the OT winner. Meantime, Canadian Kian Nurse had 9 points in 19 minutes of action as the Los Angeles Sparks open up their WNBA preseason schedule with an 84-79 win over the Seattle Storm at Edmonton's Rogers Place. It was the second straight season that a WNBA exhibition game took place and sold out here in Canada. Over on the diamond, Kevin Gausman pitched for 5 1/3 scoreless innings. Kevin Kiermaier hit a 2-run homer in his return from the injured list as the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Washington Nationals 6-3, ending a 3-game losing streak. Gausman allowed 3 hits while striking out 8 and walking 2. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.